Now what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Tiberious back again with a question for you. Tactical bacon. What do you know about tactical bacon? Go ahead and look in the description. There's a link. Click on it if you want to learn more about tactical bacon. More importantly, we have a Cmmg Banshee chambered in 45 ACP that we are going to take a look at today. This Cmmg Banshee is on loan from my boss, so thank you very, very much, boss man. As always, very kind. He also let us review his Colt Anaconda. Such an awesome revolver. Cmmg Banshees come in 3 different levels. Good, better, best. The 100, the 200, and the 300 series. The 100 is very, very basic controls, very, very basic furniture. If any, it may not have a brace or a stock on it. It's kind of a stripped down version. The 200, a step up, has a little bit nicer furniture. Depending on the caliber, it may have a nicer muzzle brake. And for the most part, that's it. Now this is the 300 series. With the 300, you can choose a custom color. They have 10 or 11 different Cerakote colors. You can choose the color you want. Then they also give you this very nice oversized charging handle, which I am a very big fan of. They give you a Ambi safety, which I am also a big fan of. And they give you your options of premium furniture or possibly a premium muzzle device, again, depending on the caliber you choose. Like I mentioned, this is a 45 ACP. Yes, it takes Glock mags. They offer these in SBRs. They offer these in AR pistols. Barrel lengths anywhere from 4, 5, 8, 12 inches. And the calibers is a bunch of calibers. Not only pistol calibers like 9, 40, and 45. You can also get 223, 7.62, 6.5. And of course the best millimeter out of all of them, 10 millimeter. As always, let's start at the bottom, work our way forward. This particular one came with a Gearhead Works Mod 1 brace. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. That you can open it up like that and shoot it as a brace if you choose to. I think most people who order these rifles are going to choose one of CMMG's Rip-It stocks. The Rip-It stocks are really nice because when it's collapsed, you set the location on how far you want it to pull out, and then you just pull on the stock and it goes to that exact location that you predetermined every time. So there's no buttons to push to rip it open. So the Rip stocks are really, really nice, and they do sell those aftermarket now, in case you are wondering. In the back here we have 2 Ambi sling points. If you want to run a sling, you can do so. Again, I mentioned this oversized Ambi CMMG charging handle that I am a very, very big fan of. If you're worried about it getting snagged, this might not be the right one for you, but I think it's absolutely fantastic. The grip is a Magpul MOE grip, which I also like, mostly just because I can keep some snacks in it. The trigger on this rifle is pretty good for a basic mil-spec trigger. There's not too much take-up on it, just a tiny, tiny bit. Show you the reset now. So one more time. So it's super tactile, it's super audible, and if you notice when I had the magazine in and I ran the charging handle, it also does have a last round bolt hold open, which is great. A lot of pistol caliber pistols, pistol caliber carbines, whatever you want to call this thing, don't have last round hold opens. The safety, like I mentioned earlier, is a standard size safety. It's a 90-degree throw, but it is Ambi, which I am a big fan of. Right here you have the mag release, and it's very, very oversized. It is a big mag release, very, very easy to reach. I am absolutely a big fan of that. Other side, standard AR-15 type bolt release. Nothing fancy there. The lower and the upper are both forged 7075 T6 aluminum, so they should in hard coat anodized and then Cerakoted, so it should be very, very durable, hold up a good bit. The lower is a nice flared magwell. You have a shell deflector. You have a forward assist if you are into those type of things. This particular Banshee has a 4-inch handguard, and at the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock positions you do have M-lock. At the 12 you have Picatinny, and then at the end there you do have a smaller hand stop. I kind of wish that hand stop was a little bit bigger, but it is good to remind yourself not to get your hand in front of that barrel when you're shooting. The barrel itself is a 5-inch barrel. It is 4140 chrome moly steel, and it is nitrite finish, so it should last. I doubt you'll be able to outshoot it, outshoot the barrel, let's just say that. This particular one just comes with a thread protector. Some of the other calibers that you get will come with different muzzle devices depending on the caliber, but this one is just a threaded barrel with a thread protector so you can run it suppressed, because this would be a great host for a suppressor. Let me take this gun apart and show you a few things here. It takes down just like an AR-15. Push the pin out and it will open right up just like an AR-15. We have our bolt carrier. We have our very, very nice oversized AMB charging handle. It is a standard AR-15 if you want to change that out. Now the bolt and the bolt carrier, there's a lot going on here. If you notice, the bolt is spring loaded. It's on a spring here. That's because it's a radial delay blowback system. So it's a little different than a standard blowback. So when you fire, there's actually a delay with the bolt moving to the rear. It takes a second for the bolt to unlock. That's hence the delay, radial delay blowback. And by doing that, not only do they get these rifles, especially the 10mm, to run a lot more reliable, it also kills a lot of that felt recoil with that delay before it comes back. Shooting this was a pleasure. It really, not that 45 ACP has a ton of recoil anyway, but it really felt more like a 22 Magnum, or maybe like a really soft shooting 9mm or something like that. It was just a joy to shoot. The cam pin here is a circle. It's not the standard shape, so it shouldn't be rubbing inside there as much. You know, even though you see a gas key here, it is just a solid. There's no gases going through. Like I said, it's a radial delay blowback, but the screws are staked very, very nicely for a gas key that doesn't even work. Last thing with the bolt, in the rear here, you see the cutouts in the hole. You can actually add different weights inside of the bolt if you want to slow it down more. So if you're shooting suppressed and you want to really make sure it runs reliably, obviously you do, with a suppressor, you can add those weights in there, slow the bolt down a little, and that should help with reliability. So a lot going into the bolt, very, very well thought out from CMMG. Let's pull up the dimensions and the weight here. It is just under 5 pounds, so it's not terribly heavy. You could easily put this in a backpack or bring it to the range and carry it around, and that wouldn't be an issue at all. As far as pros, I'm just going to go with the overall fit and finish. All CMMG rifles are just very, very nicely done, high quality parts, high quality material, and I usually don't have any complaints about any of them, whether it be one of their pistols or rifles. I do really like the charging handle. The AMB controls overall are great. It's a basic mil-spec trigger, but it's fine. It's just they're just very, very nicely finished rifles and pistols. As far as cons, I wish the hand stop was a little bit bigger. That's probably a personal preference thing, but man, this thing is just so short, and it wasn't an issue. My hand didn't come off the barrel, but something that crossed my mind as I was shooting. This particular one came with a Gearhead Works brace, which is not a bad brace. It's very, very good, but I love the Rip It brace from CMMG. Again, the one you just pull open without pushing a button. If I was going to get it, I probably would get the Rip brace. I believe we got this before the Rip brace was available, but I'm a very, very big fan of that Rip brace. That's the one I recommend that you get. As far as reliability, this thing was great. I only shot 200 rounds through this pistol, which I know is not a lot, but right now it's the gun apocalypse of 2020 and ammo prices are through the roof. It's easily twice the cost per round from what I was paying. So I only put 200 rounds through this one, but I have shot Cmmg Banshees a whole bunch. The 9, the 10, the 40, the 45. I've shot all of those. I have shot their Anvil. I have shot 3 different mutants of theirs, a couple 5.56 of their rifles. So I don't have any shortage of experience with CMMGs. So I don't think only shooting 200 rounds would have made a difference in my opinion on this particular pistol. Reliability was good through those 200 rounds, except for I did have a problem with this junky made in China magazine. This had nothing but problems. Wouldn't feed reliably, kept on falling out of the gun as I was shooting, and that drove me bananas. I did have 3 of these Glock magazines, and they were flawless. Not one issue, not one problem. So I'm going to blame it on these cheap Chinese magazines and not on the gun, but just wanted to let you know we had that issue. As far as uses, I think this is obviously would be a good range toy. It would be a very, very good home defense gun. And definitely something good for a backpack gun. If you're looking for something small to keep in your backpack, I know you grab 3 fun sticks, you have about 75 rounds, a little over 75 rounds of 45mm, or if you get the 9mm version, you get over just about 100 rounds with 3 of these fun sticks in a very, very high quality package. You throw a little red dot on there, and you really be able to defend yourself or your family very well if you ever need to. Thank you guys for watching. It is greatly appreciated. Let me thank my boss one more time who let me borrow this pistol so I can show it to you guys. That is always greatly appreciated. If you are looking to support the channel, there is a bunch of different ways you can do so. Just clicking that subscribe button really helps us out, and this way you'll get notified when we come out with new videos. If you want to see what those videos are in real time, please consider liking me on Instagram and on Facebook. Last but not least, we do have 2 channel sponsors. M2 Tactical Solutions makes the nicest Kydex gear in the game. And Howling Beard Company, if you want to show your beard some love, make it nice and soft and sexy for your lady, check out Howling Beard Company. Both discount codes are Tiberious, and both will save you 10%. Thank you guys again for watching. I will see you next time. Peace. Repeal the NFA. Beep.
Lower, same
Hey! Whoa! That's fun.